Hello, everyone, and welcome to Situation Report, Collegiate Soccer Recruiting. Today, we're just going to talk briefly about the contact period in the NCAA with all divisions. So, we just want to get right down to it. Now, contact in the NCAA, recruiting for the soccer players in NCAA begins August before their freshman year. So because some schools in the United States begin in August, they don't make a regional distinction, the recruiting process begins, which means that any school at that moment is now allowed to evaluate you, and they're allowed to email you. They're allowed to send you invitations to ID camps and clinics. With that understanding, we can speak now about Division III. Division III schools can send you personal emails. They can call you on the phone. They can meet with you at tournaments. They can come to your home. They can make any kind of contact with you that they want continually, unless, of course, there is a mandatory NCAA dead period. Now, Division III programs can have you on campus at any time. You can receive a commitment from the Division III program at any time. Now, the best Division III programs in the country will wait because they basically treat their programs as if they're Division I, which is why some of the top Division III programs, the top 10, 15, 20 on both men and women's sides, are as competitive of some of the lower, maybe even some mid-major Division I programs. So that's Division III. When we talk about Division II has, for the most part, the same restrictions as Division I. Division II schools can email you an invitation to ID camps, clinics. They can come and evaluate you. They can watch your games, but they are not allowed to make initial phone contact with you or text contact until June 15th of your sophomore year. Now, one of the things that people always ask me is, how do I know if I'm being recruited by a Division II school or a Division I school if they're not allowed to call me and if they're not allowed to text me? Because at the Division I level, it's the same thing. They're not allowed to call you or have individual contact with you until June 15th of the sophomore year, because a lot of people will look on the women's side and say, June 15th begins the contact period, but yet they start having commitments in August, September, and October. How does that happen when they're not even allowed to talk to the athlete until June? Well, because there's several things that we have to understand about the recruiting process. Again, it begins in August of the freshman year. So the best schools in the country, Power Fives, whomever they might be, mid-major Division I, they're already looking. They're already making a list and checking it twice. And they're watching. They're looking for maturity. They are looking to see how an athlete acts on the pitch, what the team chemistry is like, what kind of teammate is that athlete, what's the psychology of the athlete when he or she goes in for a 1v1 challenge, a 50-50 challenge. Do you question referees? Is your parent the one that's yelling and screaming from the sideline? How do you interact with your coach? These are the things that they start to look at. You'll get an invitation to go to an ID camp or clinic. And if the school knows you're going to be there, then they're going to watch it. And I think the big thing to know if you're being recruited is in the email. Now, they're not allowed to send personal emails. We have to get this straight. At the Division II and the Division I level, personal emails are illegal. So how do you know? It's very simple. You get an email from an assistant coach or recruiting director, and sometimes even the head coach, that says, Johnny, due to NCAA regulations, we're not allowed to make contact with you until June 15th of your sophomore year. We want to draw your attention to our upcoming camps and clinics. Signed, the name of the coach, the position and title of the coach, and the coach's cell phone number. When you receive a cell phone number from a coach as a sophomore or as a freshman, that is their way of telling you you are being recruited. You see, there's 3 types of emails that go out during this time before the schools can make official contact. The first is the mass email that has prospective student on it, or may not even have the name, and it's signed, for example, the name of the college soccer program. That's it. Number 2, the second type of email will have the first name of the athlete, and it will be signed by a coach with the office telephone number and the Instagram link, the Facebook link, Twitter link, questionnaire link. Okay? Those are the 2 main kinds. People often misunderstand the office number for the cell number. When I tell you that when you get a short, to the point email that's not personal but has the coach's cell phone number on it, and it'll say personal, cell, mobile, any of those kinds of things, that's how you know you're being recruited. Now with Division II, when it comes to contact period, Division II schools cannot call you, but are allowed to field your phone call as a freshman and a sophomore. So you can call them. They just can't call you back. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm always here to help 100% of my athletes I place. I always make sure that I find the best social, the best academic, and the best athletic fit for all of my athletes. So thanks for tuning in. God bless, and we'll see you soon.